Alrighty, folks, we're back with some more Phoenix Wright Spirit of Justice.
We're about to become deviants.
Yeah.
Or sorry, not deviants, defiants. Let's keep going. Is this a law book? Is this a law book?
They did that joke in what's the D&D show?
Oh, Voss Machina?
Yeah, frigging the barbarian.
Of course it's.
And he's literally has his hand up exactly like this, and there's a butterfly flying away from him.
Of course it's Scanlan that makes the reference.
It's not Scanlan.
It's not the gnome? It's not the gnome?
No, I said the barbarian.
Oh, okay, well the barbarian would do it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grog?
Yeah, Grog. He does it like twice in the series.
Is this the real life?
Yeah.
Is this yeah. A dragon mark's been branded into the cover. That's Dirk's law book. Really? The leader of the rebels? That Dirk? That's right. And that mark of the dragon is the emblem of the rebellion. The pages in this one section are really dirty. Must be the section of the Defense Culpability Act.
Well, at least now we have the law book for this region.
He must have done a ton of research on the Defense Culpability Act. He practically wore out the entire section.
Why do I have a feeling the reason why is because he's about to hop into a something to do with that with a specific crap, what's the call? He's going to hop into
Our DMs?
no. Dude, our DMs got leaked. No, he's gonna hop into a court case at one point and I guess represent himself to.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Oh, that didn't work. I was clicking on the food, and up until this point, you can click on it, but the moment I go here,
it's weird. Right, do it now. There are bowls and platters of food here. They're still warm, as if they're all recently prepared. You must have a pretty big appetite, Mr. Apple. Guys as big and strong as me got even bigger appetites, you know?
bullshit. You're expecting somebody.
But you just fled from the police. I don't know how you could eat this much after all that excitement.
Nor prepare all that much in such a short amount of time.
It's Dad's. Are you really surprised? Dad's? Sorry if I already do. But first, let's start with the appetizer. With an apple. Where's he getting all those apples from? Wanna join me for water, man? Got plenty of sewer lizards, too.
You know what?
Thanks, but I already
never had a lizard, but I've heard they taste like fish.
There's a knife driven deep into a photo of the Queen. I guess the rebels really hate her. Better remember to stay on their good side.
That flower signifies something.
Incense and white flowers. The flowers are still fresh. They must have been put here maybe today or yesterday. These here, Mr. Arnold?
Is that, could you know what type of flowers those are? Okay.
Looks like jasmine.
They look like what?
Jasmine.
Yeah. They kind of look like lotuses to me, but I know lotuses don't...
Lotuses need water.
Yeah, A, that. B, they don't have stems and reach out like that. The flowers do look like lotuses, but they're definitely not lotuses. Maybe crocuses?
No.
Something wrong with flowers? Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
It's just a traditional thing here in Karine. Pay it no mind.
Okay, no.
It's just a traditional thing in Karine. Pay it no mind.
I don't know flowers very well. Click on that. Hey look, lizards! Sleeping lizards!
What are these hanging here? Lizards? If so, they're pretty big. Those are sewer lizards. We call them that because they live in the sewer. They grow bigger than your average lizard, which makes them fun to eat.
about
Wait, these?
What about sewer turtles?
Die, turtle soup. Nah, we don't have radioactive ooze for that. What else do you do with them? Here, try one. Pass. I'll definitely pass.
I don't know. That looks kind of yummy. Might be all
You're
bonus.
missing out on a fine treat, my man. Somehow I think I'll live with that.
I'd imagine their skin would be crispy like fish. That sounds correct. Yeah, no, that definitely looks like a dahlia.
So yeah, examine everything.
TV! No TV, no
You guys
beer.
got electricity?
No TV, no beer, make Homer something.
There is no TV in Boston, say.
Go crazy? Don't mind if I do!
Don't mind if I do. Yeah, but the power goes out occasionally. That's pretty inconvenient. You're telling me, sometimes it goes out for an entire day. What about the stuff in the refrigerator? See for yourself. Forget I asked. I'm afraid of what I might find.
It has its own ecosystem now.
What's this thing with the dragon on it? Some kind of a sign?
Dragon Ball.
Yep, that was his business sign back when this was Dirk's office. He used to be a lawyer, right? And he was, but it was a real long time ago. This place has seen better days, that's for sure.
A real long time ago. How long? 2 years.
Well, I hope you can put his sign back up someday. I wouldn't hold my breath. Oh, it's his pimp coat. Is that coat yours, Mr. Rubble?
That looks like a ceremonial defense lawyer jacket for this area, anyway.
Yeah. Nah, it belongs to the rebel leader, Dirk. It's pretty impressive. I like the color, too. Want to try it on? Really? You sure it's okay? Of course. Bet it would look great on you. Well then, don't mind if I do.
This unlocks a costume for...
No, it doesn't.
Damn it!
I wish it did, though. It smells all moldy. I can't believe you fell for it. That thing's been hanging there forever. Note to self, don't trust this guy ever again.
Bruh, you learned this way back when he was not being...
He was being facetious with you.
Yeah, ladder.
There's a ladder leading underground.
I think it's a step ladder.
Don't start with... Also, aren't you supposed to be in jail?
Internet?
How? We have no reception here.
Internet.
That did not answer my question. You can't just answer internet with internet. Now you're just gone insane. You must have brought me in through here. Through there.
Really gone insane.
Wait, just gone insane? You've been insane the whole time. Eat your burgers, Apollo. But there's no reason for me to leave yet. I should see what else Mr. Arble has to say.
Couch. Aw.
Look, double check everything just to make sure you've looked at everything, and then we can talk to the
Light, no. Door, no.
Did you check the fridge specifically? Yeah, okay, cool. I think we're good, so now we can talk.
Boxes. Spoder.
Now we can talk to the big man. We can talk to more competent Dan.
Wait. You don't want to know what I did in the bathroom.
Anyway.
I pulled $10 at the same time. I got 2 Articunos.
Shouldn't that have been Articudos? Tell me everything you know about the High Priest's murder. Well, actually, no. I don't remember much about that. I hit my head on a rock as soon as I parachuted into the air in her sank. So when I told you I had nothing to do with his murder, I meant it. Okay, then. Where were you when you came to after banging your head? By the time I came to, it was already dawn. I must have been out cold the whole time. So you didn't see the crime happen at all? You got that right. Then why did you say you did when you testified? Oh, about that. Since I didn't remember a thing, I was afraid I'd seem suspicious, so I came up with that whole story. I didn't even realize how much trouble his big fat lie has caused me. Sorry for the trouble. It was definitely my bad. He doesn't seem very sorry to me. So the bottom line is you were at the scene of the crime but weren't involved in it. Got it.
I just remembered, or I just realized something.
What?
That's Arbol is literally Dirk's version of Butts.
Kinda, yes. But you know what? Honestly, he's way more endearing than Larry is.
Yeah.
He's actually kind of, when he's funny, he's actually funny.
And he's also actually competent.
Yeah, he tries. He's at least trying to be helpful, and usually he is. He tries to play it off with a joke. I like Dats. He's one of my favorite characters in the franchise. So, Dirk used to be a lawyer? Yep. He was a force to be reckoned with back when he was still practicing. He was the juggernaut of the law, and as mighty as a dragon. He could strike terror into a prosecutor's heart just by glaring. People call it his dragon's glare. He even got criminals to pass out with a well-placed glare. You've gotta be kidding me. And most important of all, he would never surrender. He'd fight for the accused no matter how the odds were stacked against him.
Maybe that's why they made the DC Act, because he was getting people freed, and some of them were actually guilty.
Well, it's for another reason.
No, I get that, but like,
No. It ties into the whole thing. It does tie into him. You're right,
Yeah.
but not for the reason you think.
No, probably not.
No.
I'm just getting.
You're on the right track. It does fall through. Is that what you mean by the will of the dragon? Yep, that would be it. Actually, your work in court yesterday was mighty impressive too. You didn't give up, no matter how hard of a beating you took. Not unlike Dirk, I might add. Oh, thanks. Even if a big part of that beating I took was because of you. Well, I gotta start packing. Who knows when they might catch up with me if I don't scram soon.
I mean, considering we found you pretty easily.
Please, wait. I still need to ask you something. Go ahead, shoot. What are you rebels trying to do? And why were you at the inner sanctum in the first place? Talk again. Why were you at the inner sanctum on the day of the murder? And more precisely, what were you trying to do there? I was trying to escape prison, that's all. But that high priest was a fool for getting taken in by Dirk. I should have tried hightailing it out of Karain like I'm doing.
Ray! I had a feeling this was gonna happen.
4. Ah, Psyche Leaks.
Psycho, what's it now?
Mr. Arbol is hiding something, but I won't know exactly what until I can undo the locks.
Now, you told me all of the psyche locks in this game are able to be broken immediately.
Yes.
Okay.
Right now, you can break them all right now. What exactly are you trying to hide, Mr. Arbol? I'm not hiding anything. No way, no how. I'll just have to use my Magatom on him then. Yep, you can break them right now. Since we did all the talking and looked at everything in the room, we can do it. Take that! We haven't seen 4 in a while. They usually cap out at 3 in the newer games.
Really?
That's
I thought they kept out at 5.
in the old games, yes. But in the sequel trilogy, this trilogy,
They're taking the lies more seriously, like they're making it seem, yeah.
this is a bigger secret for sure. Yeah.
Do 5 still come up though?
I forget.
Okay.
Because the only time we saw 5 in the first game was with Athena's Black Sea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you again. Why were you at the inner sanctum on the day of the murder? Or more precisely, what were you trying to do there? You can keep asking, but the answer's still the same. I was trying to escape the prison. That's all.
Hi, Simon Mark.
Playing Mario Party.
Yeah, he was one of our buddies that were playing.
Yeah,
Oh wait, no, you were playing with us.
Yeah, I played Splatoon with you.
I'm stupid.
I'm not sure if your brain is shivering or frying at this point. What do you think, big man?
Nice.
I I still got it. But that high priest was a fool. You fool! You fool! He fell for Dirk's line and sold his own country out.
That just reminds me of another DBZA line. I'm gonna break you. What? Like a Kit Kat bar.
Tasty. How can you say such things about him? He helped you escape, didn't he? Don't you even care about what happened to him? Nope. I was getting out of the rebellion anyway. He should have opened his eyes. We never stood a chance against the Garn regime.
Yeah, he's a rebel.
Hang on. Do you really believe what you're saying? Didn't the High Priest's death really hurt you on the inside? Like I just said, I couldn't care less about the whole thing.
Bullshit. He was probably your brother. And
I
I don't mean by blood.
I beg to differ. This wouldn't be here in this room if you didn't feel a thing.
That's the only indication of it, isn't it?
No. What was in the room? When you were exploring the room just now, what was there in the room that would indicate otherwise? That wasn't anything.
Sorry, I thought I heard from one of my my. I usually haven't noticed it's Oh, Naman flower. It's the same thing.
Expresses heartfelt sympathy. Why are the flowers in the office if that was the case?
Yeah.
And they were fresh, too.
So this is what they call them in this game, but they are definitely...
They look like lotuses.
No, dahlias.
Oh, right, yeah, no, I get you.
And
but doesn't the flower, like, on the top, doesn't it kind of look like it blooms like a lotus?
You're right. I agree. That's why I thought at the top it looked like a lotus, but she showed me an image of a dahlia. A white dahlia is also a sign of remembering about the Dilly part, I think.
Take that!
Nice.
Yeah.
I heard these flowers are offered to, in memory of the dead here in Karine. The High Priest's death hit you hard, so you've been grieving here alone, haven't you? Well... Oh, he's Jack Frost now? Those flowers don't mean anything. It's just a curious way of saying goodbye. Why hide the fact that you're mourning his death? You're reading too much. You're reading into this too much. I told you, I'm done with the rebellion. I haven't even heard from Dirk or the rest of them in a few days. And tomorrow I'm planning to kiss this kingdom goodbye. No, I know you've been in contact with the other rebels lately. How exactly do you plan on proving that?
You had too much food, my guy.
This piece of evidence ties you to the other rebels.
I'm pretty sure it's the message.
Which message?
Wait. Yeah.
Take that!
I found this prayer flag at the Plaza of Devotion. You wrote a message on it and left it behind for your fellow rebels, didn't you? They brought this food for you at your request. Ooh, ha-ha! So you're lying about leaving the rebels. You're still involved with Dirk and the rest of them, aren't you? Yeah. Are you ready to tell me the truth now? Oh, you're good, Mr. Lawyer Man. I admit it. I requested the grub. But I was just taking advantage of it, that's all.
Bullshit.
What do you mean? With my face plastered all over the place? I couldn't stay out in the open anymore. So I just took advantage of my former comrades for some grub and a place to hide. Guess this kingdom goodbye tomorrow. I'm not lying again. You're obviously lying. I can tell just by looking at you. The white-hot flames of revolution definitely still burn on inside you. What? That's ridiculous. Those flames burned out a long time ago. This proves that the flames of rebellion still burn on inside of you.
I mean...
Examine? What does it say? Oh, it just shows the Defense Culpability Act.
pretty sure it's this, because it's not Dirk's, and only the members of the rebellion have copies of this.
Not only that, but there's also another thing to note. It was still in the room.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, if he really was done with the rebellion, he wouldn't have kept it. He would have, like, chucked it.
Take that!
Dirk's law book? I'm no lawyer, so what's that got to do with me? Look at the mark branded onto the cover. This mark that stands for an unwavering commitment to the revolution. It is Dirk's way of representing the will of the dragon. Yeah, so what of it? You have that same mark on the scarf tied around your left arm. But you wouldn't be wearing that if you were no longer a rebel. I forgot to take it off, that's all. No, as a wanted man, that should have been the first thing you took off. The fact that you haven't hidden that mark proves you're still a rebel. Hoo-ha! Think what you want, but you don't know nothing about me. No, you're wrong. You wear your heart and your beliefs right on your sleeve, just like me. And this is what I believe in.
Murder! Let's see. Family?
If only you had something that you like brandishing to people randomly.
Alright, fine.
Take that!
I love that the last answer was literally, you know what? You've been brandishing to people randomly on the spot. Now you actually have to show it to somebody. It's so funny.
Hi, Faye.
Hello.
I'll get a fan.
When a person's back is against the wall, they always fall back on what they believe in. Just as I always have my badge, you always have the will of the dragon with you.
Trial of the dragon!
Hey, I like that girl. She's got fire in her belly. I respect it. I feel like they would be friends. And would you risk your life for your beliefs? No, I wouldn't. No? No, because I wouldn't be much use to my clients dead. Now, admit it. You've never once thought about leaving the Defiant Dragons, have you? That look in your eyes, it's just like Dirk's. Looks like you've got the will of the dragon inside of you, too.
Yeah, that face, though, you can tell they've seen a lot of years.
Yeah. Even though I don't think Dax is that. Like, go to your court record and look at his profile.
Yeah.
I think his profile is still...
No, I get it. He's probably in his 30s, but, like, the shit will do
Yeah,
stuff.
but, like, look at his profile. He should be in there, right? 46.
Okay.
He actually is old. He's way older than I thought.
Yeah. I told you.
I thought he was going to be in his late 20s, early 30s.
The laugh lines are the dead giveaway for that.
He's got a lot of spunk for it being in his mid-40s.
Yeah.
I like it.
I mean, besides the laugh lines, he looks pretty young, too, yeah.
Yeah. He's got a lot of energy. I had planned to take you out if it turned out to be on the side of the Royals. But I think I could trust you. I can't believe I was that close to getting shanked here. Oh, that's convenient. I was recently shanked by a screwdriver. Oh! I like this guy.
You know, if I hadn't made that promise, you'd be dead where you stand.
I swear, if I hadn't promised Mother on her deathbed that I wouldn't kill you. I'd kill you! Leave me no one's more thankful for that than me.
You know where my reference was.
Yeah, that was Sans. That was Sans Underman. Like you said. That's adorable.
Mickey Peter.
I've no intention of leaving Dirk's group. In other words, you were tested. You're a foreigner, and a lawyer who's been charged with abetting a criminal. Ooh. And I've seen a fair share of lawyers get hardened after weeping at the feet of the Queen. Well, I'm going to keep fighting until the end. Yeah, I can see that now. Sorry I ever doubted you. So, what are you doing here anyway? I came to get the secret hideout key from a helper. A secret hideout? Yep. I was supposed to get my next order from Dirk there. But the town swarmed with cops thanks to that murder. Nothing I could do about that. What about the order Dirk was supposed to give me?
That looked really like a Larry Butts fake.
I literally said before you arrived here, I'm like, Dats is literally Dirk's version of Larry Butts.
But he's actually competent.
Yeah, but he's actually competent.
And fun to be around.
Yeah.
Gonna have to abort that mission. Now I'm just lying low, waiting for my chance to make contact with Dirk again. Hey, why the long face? I thought you'd be able to tell me something about the High Priest's murder. Sorry to disappoint you. Oh, I know. Let me make it up to you with this. A Dragon Ball?
That was in the priest's room, but we saw it still there.
Unless, well, yeah, maybe the priest had one, and Dirk he has one for a specific reason.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So now, let's see what we can do with it. What is it? This orb is actually a key. It opens the door to one of our secret hideouts. I can't say any more than that. Anyway, I hope it helps. This orb is a key?
It's not a Dragon Ball. It's a dragon's eye.
Yep.
And
the hideout's in a totally unexpected location.
And before anybody asks, I have not played this game. I am making educated guesses.
And being that it's super secret, we couldn't have just any ordinary key. I see. So now I have to ask, where have you seen a similar orb like that?
In the priest's house.
Maybe this will help me unravel the truth behind this case. Thanks. Don't mention it. Besides, you're a fellow brother in arms fighting the powers that be. If it'll help you, feel free to pick my brain a bit. Everyone's been talking about the return of Lady Kira lately. Well, my friend Maya suspected of being a rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira. You wouldn't happen to know who she really is, though, would you? Beats me, but whoever she is, she bushwhacked me and hauled me off to jail. Even worse, on top of attacking us and delivering us to the cops, she's been watching us like a hawk and framing us for different crimes. Watching you like a hawk? Framing you for crimes? Why would anyone go to all that trouble? Our kingdom likes to pretend that its people are free to think what they want. Because of that, the authorities can't arrest you just for sympathizing with the rebellion.
Hey, why are you saying key over and over again?
Yes.
So they resort to framing people for things they didn't do. Then that Lady Kira figure is... Yep, she's just some lick spittle working for the Gagarin machine. Wow. Even without the DC Act, Dirk and his insurgent scumbag buddies' days are numbered. What's that supposed to mean? Let's just say I got a little trick up my sleeve, so I'd watch it if I were you.
So, can I have your buttons? I kind of need them for mana in this card game.
If you could get me pictures of Spider-Man, then yes, I will.
The second knows what I'm talking about.
Get me pictures of Lady Kira, and I'll call it a deal.
Do you have those in blue?
No, we ran out of those. Damn. I do have some in red. If that actually exists, I'm making this shit up as I go. Because you got a defiant attitude, like one of them dragon dupes. So you was talking about Lady Kira. Advanced combat skills, detailed surveillance, and clever setups. She's no amateur, if you ask me.
I just realized this has been bugging me all work. Oh, so much fun.
So you're saying the monarchy is using Lady Kira to secretly take out the rebels? Exactly. The Gagarin regime is using her to control the people, even down to what they think. What we think. Why don't the people protest if the monarchy is doing things?
Because they don't know it's happening.
Unfortunately, we don't have any conclusive evidence. And without that, we can't prove it. Bring this up in court, they'd probably dismiss it out of hand. I want to unmask Lady Kira if I want to get anywhere. Our goal? To get rid of that evil, no-good Defense Culpability Act. Hell, just by looking at Dirk's law. The DC Act has turned this kingdom into a corrupt specimen, where false charges are overlooked and prosecutors are the only ones heard in court. It's been 23 years since it was first enacted. What happened 23 years ago to make them pass such a terrible law? The assassination of Queen Amara. That's where it all began.
It happened before I was even born, but Queen Amara, the previous queen, was assassinated. And it was the rebel leader Dirk who did it.
Dirk assassinated the former queen, didn't he? That's the official line, but the official line? Those charges were completely trumped up. Dirk was framed, I'm telling you. He was? Plus, Dirk was a lawyer. Once the people thought a lawyer had killed the queen, they turned against all lawyers. And that's how the DC Act was first passed. So that's why there aren't any lawyers left in Kurai. Even worse, it changed the significance of the divination seance. The significance of the divination seance? They were holding seances in court even before the DC Act? You bet they were. Lawyers and prosecutors used to hotly contest the insights that came out of seances. You mean like what I've been doing? Right. It's like Dirk used to say. The royal priestess's insights are just another piece of evidence. Right. I see what you mean about the significance of the divination seance changing. Yup. Insights became the only truth, and arguing against them was fair.
As royal priestess, it is my duty to reveal the truth through the divination seance. This time I will prove that the insights I gleaned thereof are the very truth itself. Prepare yourself, for this shall be your last trial and your last rites.
My white charger is upstairs in my laundry basket, like right there.
Okay, I'll go get it. You voice for me then.
Yeah.
Tomorrow shall end with you under the headman.
I got it right the first time, and then I corrected myself.
Headsman's axe.
From what I've seen, Rafa would agree with that.
This kingdom of Shetland its former self. It's become a dictatorship where royals use the fear of trumped-up charges to rule. And that's what Dirk's been rebelling.
And that's what Dirk's been rebelling against?
Yep, all we want is to live in a kingdom with a fair and impartial legal system. And there's only one way to make that come true. Overthrow the current regime.
So that's the truth behind the rebels.
Gotta kill the queen.
Destroy the boy. Well, PW, my friend, it's about time for me to get going. After all, I am the fangs of the Defiant Dragons. That's our role.
You're not gonna do that alley-oop thing again, are you? I was getting to that. See ya when I see ya. Alley-oop.
Why does he land?
What? Because he probably does he does it for theatrics. He does like the alley-oop jump and then
Prince.
and then just runs away. Why does he have to jump like that before running off? Well, I guess we're friends now.
Because he's supposed to be jumping out of a plane when he does it.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
But enough about that. I've already spent way too much time here.
But enough talk. How about you?
We really need to play that game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I would love the hell out of playing Symphony of the Night.
Oh, I'm sure you would. All right.
Also, Josh really needs to play. He loves freaking Chasm, but he's never played a single Castlevania game.
Yeah. May 11th. Kurine. Bazaar.
It's like he thinks only Chasm has that gameplay style.
Yeah. Yes, Kurine is missing.
Ah, freaking flash.
My eyes!
Ah,
Whew. Finally got out of there.
Mr. Wright! I'm so glad you're okay. I was worried about you.
Oh, don't. Shadow, what happened to him anyway?
He came out of the mandible about 5 minutes after you went in. Sorry he wasn't much help.
Oh, he's a bummers.
Well, did you find anything of worth?
Oh, I tripped and fell down there. Must have been out cold for a while. It's myself for now.
I figured as much.
I have to find that secret hideout Mr. Arbol was talking about. Should probably start with places that have something to do with the High Priest.
well, that's literally blatantly obvious as to where I need to go.
Mm-hmm. Well, yes and no.
So I'm gonna just examine something really quickly because I
Wait.
just noticed it.
What are you examining? The Lady Kira poster.
That's not a Lady Kira poster.
It's the one for the Plume Punisher, but they based it off of Lady Kira, remember?
Yeah.
That's the Plume Punisher, Karine's famous action hero. Guess we're not the only country with superheroes like that.
Just wanted to point it out.
Alright, so do you want me to tell you where to go?
No.
Because it's not there.
No, I know. I'm just...
Like I said, it's not here.
No, I was looking for the orb. That's all.
Oh, wait. I guess it is gonna... It's that family photo they took. Mrs. Inme said it was taken the day before the rite. I don't suppose any of them could have possibly imagined what was to come.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so it's not here.
Really? They're not gonna talk? He's not gonna
Nope.
mention it?
Nope.
Alright, whatever.
There is one other
I
place.
don't. I'm going to try and figure this out. Oh! Yeah, no, I should have seen that coming.
Yeah, it's totally, do you remember, where you found the Sky Keep in Skyward Sword?
I know.
It's exactly
This
that.
is literally a trope. This
Yeah.
is not surprising at all.
Yeah.
Barthead, you already searched here, did you not?
Oh, I just thought I'd look around again, you know, in case I missed something. Probably shouldn't tell her I'm looking for the secret rebel hideout. We have a saying back home, leave no stone unturned.
Oh, yes. You cannot stump me, I know that one.
Actually, I don't have a clue is written all over your face. Alright, so examine it. You want to examine the side with the hole. Yeah, there you go.
I can do it myself.
I know you can. I know you can.
But I totally was gonna actually target it without turning around.
Yeah, exactly, right? It's a statue of a bird. Guess I'll take a closer look at it.
He's seeing you.
Hey, this eye is missing.
What are you doing? You must not touch that for no reason.
Sorry. But that shape, I wonder.
Take that!
Click.
Knew it.
So it's not a dragon's eye. It is a phoenix eye.
Warbad.
Phoenix, come on.
Warbad. Get it right.
What?
What? She must be at a loss for words, and that doesn't happen too often.
Wait, if the water turned bloody, but it wasn't his body, doesn't that mean somebody might have been killed behind that?
Maybe.
What is this place? Explain yourself at once, Barbed Head.
I don't think she's ready for the full story.
Yes, shove it into the hole.
I don't really know much myself, but it seems to be a secret rebel hideout. I'm shocked there's a secret door there. I imagine that goes double for Rayfo.
A rebel hideout in the inner sanctum. Somebody will pay for this.
Well, for now, I think I'll have a look around.
Wait, you must not enter before the police.
Don't worry, I won't disturb anything, or at least I'll try not to. Besides, with you watching over me, it should be fine, right? And, you see,
Fine. Just please stop pleading your case. I can only stand so much lawyerly drivel. But I will be presenting all information gleaned from your efforts here to the police.
of course. Now, shall we?
I will go no further.
Oh, right. You're not supposed to come in contact with the taint of Lady Kira's battles.
Very good, Barbed. I commend you for remembering.
Oh, well, thank you. Wait, why am I thanking her?
I may not be able to enter, but I will allow no misdeeds on your part. I will be watching you like a warbat from the entrance here.
I told you I'm not going to do anything. Better hurry before she changes her mind. Before she changes her mind, quick, quick, to the taint!
Okay.
I believe this is I believe this to be a sacred place that enshrines the source of the spring water.
Sacred space.
I did say sacred.
You said place, not space.
Oh, space.
Close enough. It doesn't matter. That makes sense. The rebels must have converted it into a secret hideout. But what about that bad revolving door?
I think my food was delivered.
Hey, you can go check. I'll keep going.
Okay. I think maybe. Let me just double check. No, it is. I still have to go anyway because it's not the food that I have.
I wonder if that, too, was originally intended to hide and protect this sacred space.
It's okay.
To think those filthy rebels were scheming their schemes in the most sacred space! It is a desecration upon Curanism itself! The defiant dragon shall pay for this! Imagining she's just yelling from across the field because she can't go inside. I suppose it's only natural that she'd be upset, but the investigation must go on. I think I'll start by taking a picture of the place. Good thing I brought a camera to snap some souvenir shots. Stop that! You must not take photos here without permission! Rafe's really fired up. She's sticking her head in as far as it will go.
Oh god.
I guess she won't be tainted as long as she doesn't touch anything. Now, to search every nook and cranny. Barbhead! Just because it is hard for me to see your every move, do not use that as an excuse to touch or break things! I heard you the first time. So, this is a water source that supplies the inner sanctum spring. It flows through the channel built into the floor before heading outside. Lady Kira uses this sacred water to wash the taint of battle from her body! It's also not red like the water of the spring! I can yell too!
So yeah, the message I got was they are preparing the order, not delivering it yet.
Weapons. Lots of them, too.
We are lucky we found them before they could be used. Excellent work, Barbed Head.
Oh, thanks?
This is unacceptable!
Yeah, that sounds about right. That would be something she would do. If the rebellion ever happens, I hope it's bloodless.
Back.
How dare those filthy insurgents raise their banner amid such a sacred space? Barbed Head, you must burn it at once!
Didn't you tell me not to touch or damage anything?
This is an exception. Very well, if you will not do it, then I will.
But you're benevolent. I thought you're not supposed to come in here.
Lol. Get
For
pranked.
once, the strange customs of this kingdom are working in my favor. There's something under the banner. A microphone? What's this doing here? Was someone trying to record something with it? Interesting.
What did we look at?
I looked at the first pillar, but look at the second pillar. The second pillar.
The one with the hands?
Yeah.
That was going to be the first thing I was going to click on.
A large stone slab. It's shaped like a magatama. It looks rather unstable. I bet it'd tip over in an earthquake.
Yeah, I don't think that it's not intended.
I mean, it does look pretty flimsy at the bottom, too. It's very top-heavy. Like me. What's that earthy green, grass-like smell?
It is the smell of the moss that covers the stone.
Oh, so this shaggy green stuff is moss? Looks like some of the moss about halfway up has been disturbed.
Really? You can't see those very distinct handprint impressions?
He was looking at the bottom of it first. I wonder why that is. One quick touch can't hurt, right? Whoa! The slab started to wobble.
What is happening? What have you done to the sacred space?
Nothing. All I did was nudge it a little. I knew it looked unstable. Probably best not to touch it again.
Yeah.
Look!
What is it, Barbed Head?
It's a Plume Punisher cloak.
Oh,
Why, I believe it is a limited edition promotional item given to 50 lucky viewers. This rare item plays the Plume Punisher theme song every hour. Hand it over now, Barbed Head.
Ah,
No.
She snatched it away from me. I wonder what, no matter what she says, Rafa is definitely a huge fan.
What a fine item. And this switch, if I'm right...
ugh,
Plume Punisher theme song.
hate it.
In its minor key glory.
Yes, now I see. The insurgents who use this room must be Plume Punisher fans.
That may be so, but I don't see how it's relevant to this case. There's a Plume Punisher calendar here.
Ah, now I understand. The villains in the Plume Punisher are based on the insurgents. Watching the show must have roused their ire against Lady Kira.
I doubt that's it.
Well, we did get the information that they are literally trying to influence people's agendas to hate the insurgents. Maybe this knockoff of the Steel Samurai is part of that ploy. And, take and, what this? You really aren't gonna say anything about this thing that is clearly a message.
Look at the map.
Fine.
Look at the important stuff.
That is important. It
It
says
lit-
something and I don't understand it.
It says 24 hours, 24 minutes or free, or it's free. Looks like an order from Dirk.
What's this? Let me see that.
I thought you're not supposed to touch anything in here.
An exception. Now hand it over. Let's see here. Oh, Holy Mother.
What? What does it say?
Oh, Holy Mother. It is an order intended for that rebel named Das. It reads...
Are you freaking kidding me? Now is not the time. Don't call me again, please.
What's that?
My uncle again?
Oh.
I apologize, folks.
After the right,
Wait, did I skip your line?
No.
Okay.
After the right, infiltrate the palace under the guise of returning Lady Kira's costume. And search for clues about that incident from 23 years ago. Dirk.
23 years ago. He must mean the assassination of Queen Amara. Wonder what the rebels are up to. Intriguing and all, but it doesn't seem related to the case at hand.
This will not do. I must warn my mother at once.
No need to do that. This order will never be carried out. Lady Kira's costume is still here, and Abba Inmi is no longer able to hide the
Aid the rebels.
Aid the rebels.
I knew that.
Oh, look on the ground.
Lord. I was right.
Yeah, there is a bloodstain there. What's this? A bloodstain? I should probably try to figure out what happened here.
Do not tamper with any evidence before the police arrive.
You know, I just realized they still haven't actually looked at the blood that's in the pool at all, did they?
Maybe.
That's kind of upsetting.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean, again, look at the police we're dealing with here.
yeah, they are tampering with the evidence.
And the police in this country are kind of biased. The police? Hey, that reminds me. Emma gave you something just for times like these.
Yay, Luminol! Woo! I thought it might help your investigation. Here, it's all yours. I wanted to bring you a bunch of other forensic tools, but they were confiscated at the airport.
Luminol testing fluid. This actually might come in handy. Luminol testing fluid glows in reaction to even the tiniest traces of blood. So it can even detect areas where blood has been wiped up.
Wiped off.
Wiped off. Wiped up, wiped off. Same sort of thing.
Wipe on, wipe off.
It might help us figure out what happened. Okay, time for science to do its thing. First, let me put on these red-tinted glasses to see the luminols glow. Then I just press A wherever I want to spray some of the luminol. Areas where there is blood will react by turning blue.
Okay, not at all where I thought it was going to show up, besides here. What? Really?
This is a huge blood stain. Something big must have happened here.
And oddly specific where you wanted me to spray the luminol.
Perhaps the High Priest's blood flowed in there from under the Warbath statue.
There was definitely a lot of blood here, but it's impossible to say much else at this point. I'll just take a picture.
Click.
Oh, right. Luminol reactions don't show up in photos. I guess I'll have to just take some notes.
Or, you know, put the glasses in front of the...
That should do it. I didn't notice before, but the bloodstain looks like it was smeared away in one place.
Yeah, that's because that's the door.
Yeah. Is it because the Warbad revolving door passing over it?
Yes.
Passing.
That's the only bloodstain in this room? Oh, yeah, clearly it is.
Forensics expert awarded. Well, I think that covers about everything here. Hi, Emma.
Mr. Wright, you shouldn't have come in here before the police.
Sorry, but I was in a hurry. I didn't do anything I wasn't supposed to. Her benevolence can attest to that.
It is your fault for being so slow. I expect the police to work faster and more efficiently. Sorry. Well, Barbed Head, have you not already seen enough?
I guess it's about time I got back to the temple to go over everything I've learned. All right.
Temple.
Let's see. Watch for rolling rocks in 0.5 A button presses, or whatever it's supposed to be called.
0.5.
0.5, yeah.
Welcome back, Mr. Wright. How'd it go?
Unfortunately, I didn't find anything conclusive.
No way! I do not understand, Barbed Head.
What don't you understand?
Why you did not commit any misdeeds during your investigation? After all, lawyers ply their trade primarily through illicit means and methods.
What? Who told you that?
My mother. Are you saying she was wrong? No, that cannot be. You must have committed some sort of misdeed right under my nose.
If that were so, she wasted her whole day following me around.
What is it? Prosecutor Sadmari has need of me.
What's going on?
I must go to perform a divination seance for Pore Zealot. It is our custom for the prosecution to review its contents before a trial begins.
I see.
Sorry.
The third time will be the charm. My insights will finally bring you to your knees tomorrow. And I will teach that neophyte practitioner a lesson.
Bring me to my knees? That's what my ex-girlfriend said. Didn't work. Looks like the Royal Priestess is back with a vengeance. She's made a full recovery from when she started the investigation earlier today. I look forward to seeing you in court.
Your overconfidence will be your downfall.
Your faith in your friends is yours.
Your mother is yours.
Your faith in your mother is yours. You will not look so confident as her.
Yeah.
You will not still look so confident when I am finished with you tomorrow.
Actually, I'm not really looking forward to seeing it. Especially without any solid evidence.
You got plenty.
You'll be fine.
Why don't we go everything you know so far?
Alright. Let's see here.
Oh, Papa.
Acolyte Zealot was killed during the Wright with Lady Kira's dagger. And Maya's fingerprints were found in it.
That doesn't sound very good.
I know. It's the very definition of being up a creek without a paddle. The day before his murder, Zealot enjoyed a meal with the High Priest, his wife, and Maya. I also learned about spirit chanting in Kurian.
None of that sounds very helpful.
Oh, but I did hear something interesting. That the rebel hunting Lady Kira might be working for the Justice Reason.
What? Really? Our kingdom is supposed to be ruled through faith and laws. We can't allow the people to be controlled by fear and violence.
Albie, that sounds like something a rebel might say.
It does? But if that Lady Kira really is one of Minister Inga's subordinates, that would exonerate Miss Maya.
Unfortunately, I have no way of proving it in court.
Oh, that's too bad.
Oh, I almost forgot about the secret rebel hideout we found at the Inner Sanctum. There was a bloodstain inside, but I don't know if or how it's connected to this case, though.
Wow, a secret room at the Inner Sanctum? That would be a huge hit with tourists.
This kid really is an entrepreneur at heart. Kind of respect.
What I mean is that hideout could be important to your case.
Maybe, but it's still too early to tell. Looks like I'm heading into court without any useful evidence.
We'll just have to pray something appears during tomorrow's trial.
Princess Rafa's divination seance might be my only hope. There could be some new information in it that might help.
The divination seance? But I thought it always works against the accused.
Not always. Right. It's like Dirk used to say. The Royal Priestess's insights are just another piece of evidence. That's... He's just right beside him. Stop that. Wait, why are you here? Alley-oop?
Really? I never heard anyone say that before. It's hard to figure you out sometimes, sir.
Divination seances work both ways. Before the defense culpability act. It's only now that the people of Kurian find it strange.
Mr. Wright, I just wanted to say, good luck tomorrow.
Thanks. Can't afford to lose this next one. I've collected all sorts of information, but I haven't even started connecting the dots. If I could do that, I might have a shot at pulling off a win. Rafa's insights will be the deciding factor. It's a huge gamble, but it's all I've got. Alright. Let's dive on in.
Could you,
I'll do it, yes.
Yeah, I just need you to press the buttons. I can read it.
Yeah.
I just need to type it.
Alright. Day 2 trial. Let's do it. Continue. Yes, please. May 12th, 9:34 a.m. High Court of Kurian, accused lobby. Maya looks exhausted, but I can't blame her. Nick, I was thinking about it all day yesterday. I never properly asked you to defend me, did I? It doesn't matter. I'm on this case till the bitter end. I know. That's why I wanted to officially ask you for your help. You got it, Maya. Let's do this. We gotta wrap this up and get back home so you can make your dream show come true. The Steel Samurai versus the Blue Punisher, right? You bet!
You look as if you did not sleep last night, barbed head. It is all written all over your face.
Really? How can you tell? He's just got dark shadows under his eyes. I look like a prosecutor from my time. What was his name? White Quill?
How can you expect to put up a respectable defense like that?
I'm all fired up and ready to go. Give me my espresso. Thank you.
In the veins, directly, via intravenous.
Go up blend number 5, my favorite.
I can even throw it at my opponents if I'm really in a pinch.
I wouldn't do that though, because I'm a good boy. I guess Maya's not the only one looking exhausted. Rafa doesn't seem to be seen in the best spirits herself.
Go ahead, feign confidence now while you're still able. For I will see to it that your last rites are read to you this day.
You say that so often it's lost all meaning.
Yeah, it kind of has.
Guess it was just my imagination. Ready, Nick?
But she's...
Okay, Maya.
You can tell from that reaction, though, she's saying that because she doesn't see a way out for Phoenix right now.
She's saying it because it's kind of she has to.
Yeah.
May 12th, High Court of Kura.
Right now, she sees that, like, he's not getting out of this. That's what she sees, though.
Yes. Now then, if everyone is ready, the defense is ready, Your Majesty. I put on my serious suit this time.
The prosecution is ready. Let us begin without further delay.
Oh, no prayers this time, Prosecutor Sanmati?
I already offered my prayers for the latest victim during my visit to the crime scene. Being that the accused has already been found guilty of the first murder, let us hasten this trial so we may put this dead lawyer walking out of his misery.
I could not agree more. In yesterday's trial, the accused was already found guilty of murdering the High Priest. And today she will be tried for the murder of his disciple, Pere Zealot, even though this feels completely unnecessary. She means she's already a dead woman walking. Well, why are we doing this? Seriously. We're literally just writing a way for them to get out of it. Now then, Prosecutor Sadmati, your opening statement, if you would.
Certainly. The accused has now slain 2 of the most devout clergymen in Kharinism.
What is it they say in your kingdom, Mr. Wright? Let them cook?
Even the lowest level of hell, the hell of tickling, would not be punishment enough.
Oh, then what terrible fate awaits her?
Balgipo Con Hell, a realm of eternal agony. There she will suffer the endless punishment of Jagar by the Gallum of Moten. Furthermore, Guljama...
Enough! Enough! My blood runs cold at the mere thought that such a terrible place exists. I was going to ask for a translation, but on second thought, ignorance is bliss. Now then, please continue. Minus the part about the terrible hell awaiting the accused.
As you wish. The victim of this heinous crime was the High Priest's disciple, Pere Zealot. He had been training under the High Priest while living at the priest's home.
I had met him a number of times, and he seemed like an earnest young man. How tragic that he met such a terrible end. He met with a terrible fate, didn't he?
Piss off, I made that joke yesterday with... or not yesterday, day before with the movie night. The murder occurred at the Plaza of Devotion during the purification rite. It was a bold crime carried out while the plaza was full of the faithful deep in prayer. The warbat dagger was found impaled in the victim's upper back. The stabbing caused a spinal cord injury that killed him instantly.
Ah, Warbat. Lady Kira's weapon of choice.
We have already established that the accused's prints were on the weapon. Incredibly damning evidence in itself.
No, I didn't do it.
Objection.
That sounded like, Blackwell objecting.
Slightly.
Hold your tongue. Now being that the accused Maya Fey is a serial killer, the prosecution believes that the death penalty is the only possible sentence.
Wasn't she already sentenced to death?
Double death. Super death.
Would the defense care to respond? The accused is innocent, and nothing can convince me otherwise. After all, the crime scene was packed with worshippers. How could my client possibly have committed this murder without a single witness?
The accused's fingerprints on the murder weapon alone is enough to render a verdict. As such, I see no need to debate this any further. Why are you skipping over the divination seance?
We're not.
No, I'm saying, like, he's trying to sweep that under the rug right now.
Yeah, but it's a prosecutor thing.
I get it. Like, clearly that there's something about it.
But
Well, once her benevolence conducts her seance, it will be clear for all to see.
Yeah, no, he doesn't want it to happen. Your Majesty, might I have a word?
Is something the matter, Prosecutor Sadmati?
It is about the divination seance.
That's enough!
Your benevolence? You have a voiced line in this game? I'm surprised, but pleasantly so.
Stop right there, Prosecutor Satmati.
As you wish. Forgive me for overstepping my bounds.
what was that all about?
Barbed Head, have you made peace with your fate? For this time, the divination seance will bring you to your knees.
First of all, you've already said that. Second of all, that's exactly what my ex said, and trust me, it didn't work that time either.
Especially when the ex was possessing someone.
I'm ready, and I accept your challenge. The only problem is I have no weapons at my disposal. These hands are registered as evil weapons. Our only
His
hope...
hands are rated E.
Our only hope now is what we can glean from the seance video. And Rafa's insights. Nice. That was well timed.
Very well. The divination seance, if you please, your benevolence.
Yes, let us begin.
Nena. Stick.
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
Skip it.
Skip it.
I will requiesce to your
Is like it's the same, right?
Yeah, it's literally the same thing.
Yeah.
I like the animation.
It's great, but we don't really have a lot of time before.
Nothing?
That makes sense. His eyes were closed the whole time.
I don't get it. Why wasn't there anything to see?
Your benevolence, what in the world?
I was unable to evoke any sort of response. I called out the spirit's name many times, but to no avail.
Wait a second. There's a couple of reasons why this wouldn't work out.
It's
One-
not.
You need to know a face and a name.
It's not his name, and it might not actually.
He might not have. Praise Zealot might not be his real name.
A, that. B, he might not be dead. It might be somebody else.
Oh no, he is very dead.
Okay.
He is very dead. The picture was pretty clear. That
Okay. No, I thought maybe like a stand-in. Whatever.
No, you're not wrong to think that. It's not the first time that that's
So yeah, okay, not his name.
yeah. So that yeah, there's a reason why it's not showing up. It's because Praise Zealot.
Just as I thought.
Wait, what does he know that we don't?
I had sought to confirm the contents of today's divination seance. After all, it is customary for the prosecutor to verify it beforehand.
Come to think of it.
I must go perform a divination seance for Pere Zealot. It is our custom for the prosecution to review its contents before a trial begins. And that is why I sought to stop her benevolence from performing it here. However, she insisted that it be done. She wished to try it one more time here in the Hall of Justice.
It would appear her benevolence is tired from her manifold duties.
I am not anything of the sort! The victim's spirit will not answer my call, but I know not why. It is my sacred duty to convey the truth through the divination seance.
What are we to do without a divination seance?
I suppose I shall have to deliver the last rites without them. The prosecution has already taken that into account when preparing for today. I am fully capable of proving the accused's guilt with or without a divination seance.
You never fail to impress, Prosecutor Sagmati. This is bad. Divination seances was my one and only hope. Your Majesty, her benevolence said she isn't tired. So shouldn't we try to find out why the divination seance failed? How curious, Mr. Wright. Why have you suddenly taken such a keen interest in the divination seance?
Yes, explain yourself. The divination seance is for shedding light on the accused's crimes.
Please don't yank.
Yeah, I'm trying not to.
It is the Holy Mother's hammer of wrath that is ever poised to pound you into your grave. You should fear it, not plead for it.
I believe in my client. Plus, yesterday, somebody told me something that changed my mind. The divination seance was once thought of as just another piece of evidence. If we are to correctly interpret the visions through careful analysis, then they would lead us to the truth behind what really happened. And the truth will show that my client, Maya Fey, is innocent. The truth is, you don't have anything else to fall back on, huh, Nick? Maya, please, you're not helping.
How dare you! The voice of a Mitama is to be feared, not utilized by vile lawyers such as you.
Seances exact a heavy toll upon the royal priestess. It would be best not to burden her any further. Or does the defense feel that it can pose no counter-arguments without the seance?
No, of course not. He saw right through me. I'll have to find a way to make the divination seance happen or we're toast. Well, since the divination seance is not possible at this time, I see no other choice. Let us proceed with the trial without the seance, as Prosecutor Sadmati suggested.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Why, I will not forget this barbed head. This will not be the last you see of me.
Yeah, somehow I believe that.
Now then, I will proceed by providing an outline of the case at hand.
Very well. If the lead detective would please come to the stand, we may begin. Hi, Emma.
Stop it. Sorry, Mr. Wright. Detective Sky, I understand how you would wish to save the accused and the defense. They are your friends, after all. But you must let them go and move on. But there is only one way to save them now. By giving their souls the chance to burn away the taint of their sins in the infernal flames.
Oh, it's not the first time my taint is burned.
TMI!
punch the corpse square in the balls. That will get him to talk. Okay.
I mean,
Ooh, I can't do this.
oh, no eating in the Sacred Hall of Justice. I was eating yesterday, though. Miss Sky,
Yes?
don't worry about me and Nick. You just do your job. I'm sure Nick will figure something out. Eventually.
Like always.
Oh, Emma, don't pout at me like that.
Right, thanks, Miss Faye. How very brave for a criminal with a tainted soul. Very well, Detective Sky. Please proceed. Okay, I can do this. Let me start with an overview of this case.
Overview of the second murder.
The latest victim was Perez Zalat. He had been training under the High Priest and living at his house for the past 2 years. The High Priest's window, Believe in Me, has identified the victim's body.
I'm sorry, Emma, did you just call her the priest's window?
Did I say window?
You said window, not widow.
You heard what I said. She's a Black Widow, damn it.
She's a black window.
Stained glass, buddy.
He may have been mistaken for a rebel and killed due to his connection with the High Priest.
I see. Well, that certainly makes sense. Would the defense care to respond? I didn't spot any inconsistencies in her testimony so far, but I don't have any evidence in my arsenal. What am I going to do now? What is it, Maya? I was just wondering about how much the police actually looked into Acolyte Zealot. Because it just might prove to be key as to why the divination seance failed. What are you getting at? Well, it's just a hunch. Wait a second. During my investigation, Rafa told me about how the divination seance works. If I could figure out why it failed, maybe she could try it again. Okay, time to press for some more information. Well, if that doesn't spell out what you need to do. Okay, so just let me know what statement you want me to press.
You got it. That.
Okay. Hold it! What kind of person was Acolyte Zealot?
According to the neighbors and others who knew him, he was a deeply devout youth.
I, too, have heard his name mentioned as one who was a fervent practitioner. I suppose you might say he was the High Priest's star disciple.
Furthermore,
He's been training under the High Priest and living at his house for the past 2 years.
Keep going.
The High Priest's widow, Believe in Me, has identified the victim's body.
Keep going.
He may have been mistaken for a rebel and killed due to his connection with the High Priest. That's the...
Oh, that is the last one. Second one, I think.
I mean,
It's either second or third.
you want to try one and the other?
Yeah.
Hold it! 2 years? Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
we took statements from his neighbors and his fellow monks. They all corroborate our initial findings.
What about you, Maya? Well, when I first came here, I saw Zealot praying under the High Priest's instruction. I see. So the results of the police investigation seem to check out.
That's okay.
And so this one.
This one, yeah.
Hold it! Was Mrs. Inme's positive ID the only way you verified the identity of the victim?
Huh? Well, no. We also checked the ID card he carried in, and the data in his family registry. But
But what?
his personal information didn't match any of the public records we cross-referenced.
Maybe that's why the divination seance failed.
I'm not sure what you mean, Mr. Wright.
Here's what I'm thinking. His address was wrong. Perez Zealot is a fake.
Fake name. You already kind of spoiled that.
Yeah, well, kind of makes sense though. Right?
You reminded me because it was already stated.
Yeah, and also the address being wrong, that doesn't make sense.
No.
The victim decided to hide his identity for some reason. In other words, he was using a fake name. The royal priestess uses a deceased's face and true name to summon their spirit.
Why, yes, that is indeed true.
If he was using a forged ID and there is no mention of him in our public records, then he was likely an illegal immigrant. They are not uncommon here in Karine.
An illegal immigrant? Come to think of it, Raven mentioned something about immigrants yesterday.
But if that's the case, we have no way of knowing who he really is. We'll have to proceed without holding a divination seance this time.
I had always thought that Acolyte Zealot was Kyranese. Oh, how the High Priest must be lamenting his disciples' deception in the Twilight Realm. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think? Should we add this to the testimony?
Add it.
Yeah. This is an important fact. Please add it to the testimony. Seemed to be a fact most inconvenient for the defense. But if you insist, Detective Sky, please add what you just said to your testimony.
Yes, Your Majesty.
He was an illegal immigrant, so we don't know his real name. Check the...
Just let me know what you want to look at.
news article?
Newspaper?
No, okay. What's the, manila envelope again? Okay, no. The letter?
I'm gonna cycle through things.
Yeah, please. Okay, no. 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 Keep going. Oh, the peach shape has something to do with this. He has a distinct mark.
Yeah. So, or like, yeah.
I mean, that would be a way to figure out who he is.
That would be like maybe not if it was. It could be a tattoo, but it could also be something else
a
too.
birthmark.
A birthmark that he's hiding as a tattoo.
Hang on. Check the Book of Secrets, please.
Tome of Secrets?
Yeah. Keep going.
Speaking the name, the lock into this knowledge into your. It's only these two.
Okay, Imsan. Okay, check the family photo. I just noticed it.
Yeah, I noticed it too. He has Tarust has a very similar mark.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed. Okay, what's the next one?
What do you mean? What's the next one?
That. Okay, no.
Yeah, that's it.
Nope. Next page.
So, if the
No,
wife is
okay.
a window, does that make the high
what?
priest a wall?
Sorry?
So the wife is a... So if the wife is a window, does that make the high priest a wall?
I think you would be the shut the blinds. Okay, so for me at least, there's two pieces of evidence that stick out: the family photo and the prime photo. Of
Agreed. But
the thing is, though, we're trying to identify Zealot's identity, right?
yeah, I think we should press the statement again.
You want to press the statement?
I think so.
I mean, pressing won't cause
Yeah.
it. So if you want to do it just in case, that's
Yeah.
Hold it! Isn't there some way to track down his real name?
No, not if he was an illegal immigrant.
Have you actually confirmed he was in Karine illegally?
Well, we don't have any conclusive evidence. But there's also no evidence of him being a citizen of Khura'in either.
Oh boy. Now what do I do? What if there was a clue in the evidence you gathered? It's probably our only hope at this point. He really was an illegal immigrant? Our proverbial goose is probably cooked.
Yeah, okay, so this is my running theory that I was thinking of already. Is having a child as the high priest, considered taboo?
That hasn't been established, so you can neither confirm nor deny that.
Because what I'm thinking of is he's actually their biological son, or maybe he's his biological son, but not his wife's?
Maybe, I don't... It's fine.
Or maybe he's just their son and they don't know about him.
Possibly.
So either way, present that.
Present the crime photo?
Yeah.
You're sure?
No. It's either that or the group photo.
Which one are you more confident in?
That.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, but remember what I said, go with your gut. Because that was the right answer.
Objection!
Sorry, Detective Sky. But the police missed something important in their investigation. Keep in mind, that mark was initially covered up
Yeah.
by the scarf.
Well, what are you talking about?
I forgot about that. The victim was undeniably a Kirinese native. And this crime scene photo proves it. That's right, those tattoos are also Khura'in specifically.
They are.
Yeah, Kirinese specifically. It does? It's a little hard to see, but look closely. I was doing my impression of you, Your Honor. I noticed that. What do you think?
Pretty good.
Not bad. I've heard worse. You'll see clear proof that the victim was Kirinese.
Well, where? I don't see anything that would prove that.
This proves the victim was Kirinese.
A neck tattoo.
Gotta make sure I get it just right. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have to be super specific. But
Take that!
look at this tattoo right here.
Look at this graph.
Why, that's a tattoo of a peach. I would like you all to think about the meaning of this tattoo.
The victim really liked peaches?
Well, peaches are a favored delicacy here in Khura'in.
They happen to be a personal favorite of mine. The sweetness of their abundant nectars and the softness of their perfectly ripe... Are we talking about a peach here?
Yes.
They are a blessing from the Holy Mother herself.
Nick, I've seen you got a craving for peaches.
Peaches.
Sorry, first. After the trial, Maya, right now we have bigger fish to fry.
What fish?
Well, that sounds like a you problem, Maya. Buy me a burger. I promised I would. Unfortunately, that is not a tattoo of a peach.
It's a tattoo of a butt. It is not a peach, you say? Then what is it?
Take a closer look. Haven't you seen something like that before?
Yeah.
Namely, the tattoo on the High Priest's brow.
Cool, I don't have to actually point it out.
Oh my.
What?
This mark is only borne by members of the Kirinese clergy.
Objection!
So that is what you believe it to be. But are they not utterly different shapes? No.
Sure, they're shaped differently, but there's a reason. The victim had the peach-shaped tattoo inked over an existing tattoo for some reason. However, the dark red portion is exactly the same as the mark all Kirinese clergy bear.
Hey, you're right.
Until about 20-some-odd years ago, everyone did get one, didn't they? I myself bear one on my right buttock.
That is entirely too much information, Your Majesty.
Oh, but I like talking about my butt. At least
I
my
gotta
wife
go.
see you later. At least my wife likes hearing about my butt. Information on everyone who enters the clergy is maintained at the temple. All we have to do is look up a monk with the mark in the same spot.
I'm on it. I'll let you know if I get any hits.
That will not be necessary. If you seek information on the clergy, I have it all right here. He knew!
Oh my, you never cease to amaze. So tell us, is there anyone who fits the bill? I don't think he knew, it's just that being a devout Kirinist, and a prosecutor, he probably has that information already.
I don't know. I think he knew and he was hiding it. That's my opinion, though.
Maybe.
There's just one, and his name is Real Nemu. Real name!
Yep. Yep.
Classy.
Classy and classic.
He became a monk 20 years ago. They're on their way with my order.
Then that must be the victim's real name. Well, why would he have tried to cover up his tattoo with another one? Yeah, there must be some reason. Nick, that's not important right now. The important thing is we know his real name. You're right. Your Magistrate, now that we know the victim's real name, the divination seance might finally work. A lawyer who willingly seeks a seance. This is highly impressive.
Entirely unimpressive. I know, it's the same thing.
Same basic principle.
Technically correct.
The best kind of correct.
You are but digging your own grave, Defense.
We won't know that until we try. Sure, it's risky, but it's our only hope. I've taken way bigger risks. Very well. Let the divination seance be held once more.
Why would a lawyer work so hard to see the divination seance be held once more? You are a fool, Barbed Head, and your foolishness shall yield no gratitude from me. You foolish fool of a fool!
Oh, great. She's interacting with Francisca.
For with the truth revealed by my insights, I shall gladly seek your demise.
Bring it on, Princess. Because I will correctly interpret each and every one of your insights.
You will regret ever thinking you could use my sacred insights as evidence. Oh,
I'm going
Holy
to
Mother.
I'm going to interpret the shit out of your insights.
Oh, holy, let the
It's
so that
literally
we
the
may.
Yeah.
Hearing it once per trial is fine. Skip.
Yeah, bet.
I will watch it once per trial, but every other time it's like, no, stop.
Yeah, that's fair. There we go. Gingle. Plume Punisher theme. Gingle. Heavy. Oh. Pain!
Wait, what is Winston doing there? Oh, wait, it's Gaspin in this country.
Heavy?
Do I smell soiled baby diaper? All of you are babies! Oh my. It is just as Mr. Wright surmised. Pere Zealot wasn't the victim's true name. And now at last we have seen the victim's final moments. But all we could see was the ground.
Well, yeah, he was praying. You seem terribly disappointed. I take it you did not find any fodder for one of your infamous turnabouts.
You're grounded, young man.
I, on the other hand, have discovered something. Conclusive evidence that establishes the accused's guilt.
You did? Oh, the Plume Punisher theme?
Yeah.
Because she did have that on her.
Yep.
But then why would she turn it on and implicate herself?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. A most surprising surprise attack. So tell us, Prosecutor Senmari, what is this conclusive evidence you have found?
The Plume Punisher theme song that the deceased heard. Please consider this item here. It was confiscated from the accused during her interrogation.
Hey, that's my Plume Punisher strap!
When you press the Magatama on the Plumed Punisher's belt, yeah, she left her bag behind. We actually know for a fact that she left her bag behind by accident. Well, no, because she was doing the rites. It seems the accused inadvertently pressed the button in the midst of her crime. This strap is an extremely rare item, is it not, Miss Fay?
You'd better not break it. There's only one of those in the whole wide world. Maya, no!
It's just as I said. Your flights of fancy have come crashing down on you.
She sure seems to be enjoying this. Yeah, I've never seen her look so thrilled before either.
It is time for you to accept the fact that the divination seance is far more than mere evidence.
Sorry, I got distracted by more Fey text that I didn't see.
It is the very truth of what brings the hammer of justice down upon the accused.
That is as conclusive as evidence can get. Now then, if there are no further objections...
Objection! There is one other item that plays that music that we have in our evidence.
Slow down there, your majesty. At least let me make a counter-argument. What's this? Do you take issue with the divination seance? Oh, I have issues with it. I just don't know what they are yet. But that's never stopped me before. The divination seance is not the absolute truth. It only becomes the truth after it's been interpreted correctly.
You do not know when you are beaten, do you, you foolish lawyer? I am the only one who speaks for the Mitama of the deceased.
About that.
If you believe there are errors in my insights, then let us see you prove it.
Okay.
Yeah. Meow.
Wow.
Rafa's inside.
The victim was offering up his prayers. It was the night of the rite. Though it's dark, the pattern on the plaza's ground was visible. Then someone was there, and the theme to the Plume Punisher filled the air. The accused held the defenseless victim down and plunged her knife into his neck. The blade struck true, and in that instant, he departed from this world. That is everything the deceased experienced in his final moments.
Her benevolence insights have painted a detailed picture, both vivid and true.
If only the colors were I didn't notice any holes there. As they stand now, those insights are really stacked against us. We just have to go over each and every one of the sensations very carefully. This one's a little bit more clear. It's pretty clear.
What's gingle?
You know that dish that they were eating?
Oh, yeah, wait. Why would that... Yeah, that wouldn't be,
What did Maya say about it?
She said it sinks to high hell, and they have to wait a day before they can do the thing, or else they would taint the area with the smell.
Which means why should he not be smelling it?
After the day that they're saying it is, but it's not.
Exactly. So it says it was the night of the rite.
It's not.
When the smell of the gingle would have only been present the night before.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot what the gingle was.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
The ganglia.
So I'm just gonna make sure that's right. And, here.
Smell.
Objection!
Not be smelling that.
Yeah.
Smell my finger. Ah, God. Strawberry perfume? Yeah, I tried it out yesterday. How was it? Was it really the night of the rite?
What do you mean? It could not be otherwise. The accused slew Acolyte Zealot.
Wouldn't he be Acolyte Nemu now?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Give me a second. Okay.
The accused slew Acolyte Zealot after killing the High Priest during the purification rite.
The only problem is the deceased spirit does not corroborate that.
What's this?
Take a good look at what the victim smelled. Do you see how it says Gingil? Acolyte Zealot shouldn't have smelled any Gingil on the night of the rite.
What do you mean?
Let me back up my statement with some evidence for you. This should explain how the victim shouldn't have smelled Gingil the night of the rite.
The testimony from the lady, or belief statement, yeah. Yeah, that.
These dishes are only prepared during the feast, which starts at noon on the day before the rite. It must be finished by 3 p.m. the same day.
Yeah. That.
Take that!
The High Priest's wife, the lead Indian, told me about the Feast of Blessings. The feast includes a number of Gingil-based dishes, and they're only supposed to be served at a certain time of day before the rite.
Why, I believe you're right. I had completely forgotten about that.
During the feast, the unique smell of Gingil pervades the entire kingdom. The fact that the victim smelled it means he was murdered between noon and 3 p.m. the day before the purification rite.
That's enough!
I am not so easily fooled. Did that autopsy report not make it clear? The estimated time of death was during the rite.
Oh, right. I taught her about that yesterday. Forgive me your benevolence, but the estimated time of death is just that, an estimate. Depending on the circumstances, it's possible for it to change.
What's this?
Like, if a body was kept cold, the slowed rate of decay makes the death seem more recent.
Why, I believe I have heard something of the sort before. If it is as Mr. Wright claims, the estimated time of death in the autopsy report will have to be revised.
Barbhead, you blinded me with science!
Bill Nye, the science guy. Sorry. Wait, what am I apologizing for?
No matter. The murder may have occurred in the afternoon hours the day before the rite. Nevertheless, the murder weapon with the accused prints on it is incontrovertible evidence. I will now amend my insight to account for this new truth.
Insight revised. Autopsy report updated. It actually was. It was the afternoon.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, we'll get to it.
The time of death has been corrected, leaving my insight infallible.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah!
Nick, a change in the time of death is bound to cause some sort of an inconsistency. If I had something that showed what it was like on that day, it could really help.
Josh is late.
It's okay. We'll keep going.
I'm just not used to it.
Alright, so the second one was, it was the afternoon of the day before the rite. Though it's dark, the pattern on the plaza's ground is visible.
Dark. Wait! Wait! Dude, I didn't realize it!
So you noticed it?
Yeah, I did! Oh, dude!
Yeah, you noticed it.
You notice it? Yes? You noticed it before I did. I feel like the heel! Yeah.
I think it having the handprints was a little too much.
Yeah,
I think the handprints was a bit too much.
a bit.
Because, like, that almost gives it away instantly.
Yeah.
Like, maybe if the handprints was a little less obvious.
Yeah.
So, I believe it says here this.
Objection!
Wait, are we actually supposed to do that one now?
Yes.
Oh!
The change in the date, and time of the crime has caused a new inconsistency to surface.
What's this? Ah, you are making me an irritating face again. Cease that at once.
Sorry, but this is the face I was born with.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Just him coming out of the womb with that cocky smirk.
And like literally, like you see a hole, and it's like,
That kid's gone. Now let's focus on what is important. What the victim saw in his final moments.
This is a name.
No, I've seen names similar.
It just looks like a whole bunch of consonants slapped together with a couple of.
A little bit.
Anyways.
You have fastened the belfry, Bobhead. There is nothing to see. The ground at the plaza was all that entered the victim's eyes.
Yeah, last time I checked, the ground at that place isn't covered in moss.
And that's what I find so strange. On the day before the Wright, it should have been impossible to see that pattern on the ground. Impossible, you say? Do explain. This piece of evidence shows why the plaza's ground was not visible.
The the blanket that was draping over it. Someone tell me about it. Oh, sorry. Okay. Thick white ice.
Until the day it melted.
Mm-hmm.
So if ice was covering the ground, it wouldn't have been visible.
Take that!
This newspaper has an article that is tiny in size but huge in importance. It says that the ground was covered with thick white ice the day before the Wright.
What? But what?
The victim did not see so much as an ice cube on the ground. Exactly. And so we must ask, what was the victim looking at in his final moments?
If you have something to say, then say it.
Flooping. The last thing the victim saw was not the ground at the Plaza of Devotion. This can only mean that he was killed elsewhere.
What?
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 Hey!
What? Then where do you propose the victim was actually killed?
Yes, tell us where. Otherwise, your argument is worthless.
About that. Pardon me. Any ideas, Maya? Let me think.
We already know.
Well, it's somewhere green and shady, right? And shaggy, right?
Like Soy Scoob! Why am I here? How did I get here?
You're green and your name is Shaggy.
Well, fair enough, I guess. But am I supposed? Do I just materialize wherever someone says my name?
Well, yeah, you are omnipotent, right?
I guess I need to get a clue. Right, but where could that be?
What is it, Bobhead? Giving up already?
Not at all. Now, what have I seen something green and shaggy?
Look at this graph.
This shows where the victim was killed.
Present art. Boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka.
My arms. The secret hideout the rebels were using.
The rebel hideout? There was no such place anywhere on the floor of that chamber.
That's because it wasn't the floor.
You're absolutely right. There's no place on the floor, anyway. Then what did the victim see in his final moments if not the floor of the rebel hut? Do I really have to point this out to these
This is
people?
what the victim saw in his final moments. He got crushed to
Take
death.
The shaggy green surface the victim saw was one of the moss-covered stone slabs. As you can see, there are two distinct hand-shaped impressions in the moss here. I believe the victim was killed while he stood there as his hands pressed against the slab.
Objection!
That does not agree with the seance vision.
Does agree.
That does agree with the seance vision, sorry. However, one cannot definitely declare that they are one and the same.
I concur. There is no proof that the murder occurred in the rebel hut.
Indeed! What evidence do you have of this?
The clock?
I've already shown you the evidence.
No, there's one.
What do you mean? Please take a look at the second version of the photo I just showed you. You can see the results of a luminal test I performed in the rebel hut. This is proof positive that someone had been bleeding in front of the stone slab.
Is this true?
This information has already been provided to the police. Detective Sky, to whom does this blood belong?
Well, we thought it was the High Priest's blood that flowed in from outside. So we haven't tested it yet.
You guys are fucking inept!
Then you must do so at once.
Yes, Your Majesty.
I thought, Emma, that should have been the first thing you did.
I know it's not. Yeah, I expect the police to be, but not you.
I expect the Kyrenes police to be enact, not you.
Yeah.
It appears the police have finished testing the blood. Detective Sky, your report, please.
The blood found in the rebel hideout belongs to Pere Zealot, just like the defense claims.
Detective Sky, do you realize what your blunder has done to me? When this trial concludes, I want to see you in my prayer chamber. There I will deliver a joyous sermon unto you for 8 hours straight.
I'm really sorry, but please, anything but that.
Nick, maybe, just maybe, this is the chance we've been looking for. Yep, it would seem so. I hate to do this to Emma, but go for it. It's full speed ahead. The victim was killed in the rebel hideout the day before the purification. Then, his body was moved to the Plaza of Devotion by someone who we've yet to identify. So, when we thought we saw Acolyte Zealot praying during the rite, he was already dead. And that's not all. If he was killed at the Inner Sanctum, that would explain one more thing.
One more thing!
And that would be?
The water and the blood in the water.
How the time of death was made to look later than it actually was. The proof of which was left behind at the Sanctum. This points to how the time of death was made to appear later than it actually was.
This points to how the time of death. The way he was praying? The dagger, I guess? I'm confused as to how this is.
We're trying to prove that the time of death that it said in the autopsy report was later than it should have been. What's one of the reasons a time of death could be influenced to be more recent?
Cold. It was really cold that day.
There's also something else too. If we just prove that he died at the Inner Sanctum,
there's no blood at the location where he was.
There's something else too. Look at that dug out part of the snow. Maybe a body was hiding there in the snow.
Okay.
Maybe he was maybe they hid the body there, and
that's a stretch in my logic, but
a little bit, but it does make sense. Like a body being covered in snow and yet hiding.
Sure, I don't see how this is like the kind of part of Phoenix Wright that I get.
Take that!
Yeah, sometimes you need to suspend your disbelief. Why, these are photos of the Inner Sanctum.
I would have shown the blood, but whatever.
I'd like you to focus on this one. The proof is right here in this photo. This is how the time of death was made to appear later than it really was. Do you see how the snow has been removed from this one spot only? That's because it was used to keep the victim's body cold.
Oh.
And that's why the time of death wasn't what it seemed.
Okay.
That's enough!
I'm not playing anything, this is a lot.
I had to text something, and the cord was starting to get me.
The time was mistaken, and the place too. And just what do you believe that proves?
I'm still telling him what to do, though.
That my client is innocent.
What of her fingerprints on the dagger and the Plume Punisher theme in the victim heard?
Well, I can prove the Plume Punisher theme.
You have failed to address these two key pieces of evidence.
And as to her holding the dagger, well, she was doing the stupid thing, the right then. Her fingers.
I see your point. Wasn't this your big chance, Nick? I'm really hoping that the difference in location validates either the weapon or the theme song from being used as evidence against you. Actually, that might be possible, at least for one of them. Wait,
What's this?
no, keep going. Just keep going. Keep going.
You say you can contradict your argument for a key piece of evidence? Very well, let us see you try.
Nick, take a good look at the rebel hideout photo. Oh,
The clock.
the defense can invalidate this piece of evidence. The fingerprints on the dagger, the plume
The
punisher.
Plume Punisher theme. Dingus.
The Plume Punisher theme, and how do you intend to support such a claim? You happen!
Since the murder happened in the rebel hideout, there's something there that played the theme song other than my client's strap. It wasn't the strap? Is this true? The item that played the Plume Punisher theme song was this.
The clock.
The clock.
Take that!
This is a Plume Punisher alarm clock. I believe the victim heard its alarm go off.
That's enough!
What proof do you have that the alarm went off?
Objection!
What proof do you have that it was my client's strap that played the theme song?
Ah! Do not twist the facts with your lawyerly wiles. Either way, the accused would still be guilty based off of her prints on the murder weapon. And here is what really happened.
Inside revised. The victim stood with his hands on the stone slab in the hideout. It was the afternoon the day before the rite.
Is this Maya getting accused again?
Yes.
Yes.
It's still Maya.
Yeah, it's still the same.
We're currently fighting for double homicide now.
Yeah, which is stupid, but okay.
Though there have been some twists and turns, that is the truth of what happened.
Anywhere until I can eliminate the dagger. Most impressive, Your Benevolence. I see no inconsistency anywhere in the prosecution.
it out! I hate it so much! I
Nope.
hate it!
No, there is one. What's this? You still claim there to be an inconsistency?
I figured it out and I hate it.
Let's keep going. We'll get to it when we get to it.
Try as you might, the outcome will always be the same.
Yeah, you being wrong. Okay. Okay, so the contradiction here is actually the most simple one of them all.
Heavy?
Yes, you are correct. And it's on this statement. The victim stood with his hands on the stone slab. If that was the case, why is he feeling the heavy feeling? If he was standing on it.
It's tilting towards him.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I know how he got stabbed.
I think, yeah. At this point, I think we get it. Hold on a second.
Oh, you stabbed by the dagger while doing the right.
No, he wasn't stabbed by the dagger at all. The way the door opens is that it rotates sideways. Well, what if it rotates 180 degrees? That means the bird is facing inwards and its most apparent plumage sticks out exactly like the dagger. And if he was being pushed towards that wall, he would be pressed right onto that plumage.
The victim was originally thought to have been stabbed while bent over in prayer. But he was actually standing with his hands against the stone slab. So the question is, where did the sensation of something heavy come from? Yes, I see your point. Since the victim was standing, he couldn't have been held down. I don't know. Then tell us, Mr. Wright, what was the heavy sensation felt by the victim? What caused the heavy sensation felt? Any thoughts, Maya? I agree. That sense of heaviness seems important, but there's also the matter of Zealot's hands on the stone slab. Why were they even there? Could it be related to the cause of the heavy sensation? Well, Mr. Wright, do you have an answer for us? Of course. I just envisioned the state Zealot was in when he was killed. The cause of the heaviness the victim felt was the falling stone slab, the culprit jumping on it. The falling stone slab. The only conceivable cause is the stone slab falling over, trapping the victim underneath.
What?
Oh. The stone slab came falling down on him, crushing him underneath? Right. That was the cause of the heavy sensation the victim felt.
Objection!
While your fury is impressive, you have overlooked a key fact. The victim was not crushed to death. Rather, he was stabbed. Oh, yeah. Or do you claim that the dagger was plunged in after the victim had fallen on him? The slab had fallen on him. The slab victim. Plus, had the killer been behind the victim, they would have both been crushed together. Well, would you care to explain? Sure, I'd love to. That doesn't mean I can. How could the dagger been plunged in after the slab fell on the victim? The killer could have plunged the dagger into the victim after the slab fell on him. But what if the murder weapon wasn't what we thought it was? Well, there were other weapons in the rebel hideout. But the entrance to the hideout is right by the stone slab. There isn't enough space between the two to use any of the weapons found within. Yeah, there's not much space by the entrance, is there? So what was the real murder weapon? Something. If the murder weapon wasn't the dagger, then the dagger must have been plunged into the victim after he was already dead. That means he was stabbed at least twice, but the autopsy doesn't mention that. Then he must have been stabbed in the same spot, with something shaped like a dagger. Freedom! Justice! Honor! Would the defense care to offer an explanation sometime this century?
Never.
Wait, isn't there something dagger-like near the scene of the crime?
Yes, the feather.
Something that had a shape similar to a warbad dagger?
Oh my gosh. This game is way too heavy-handed.
Present your evidence at this time, Mr. Wright.
The statue.
This shows what really killed the victim.
Sorry for the loudness, folks. The Warbot statue. What did I what now?
What'd you get? It's definitely not a pretend.
Take that!
Is this not a photo from the scene of the High Priest's murder?
Specifically,
Are you suggesting the murder weapon is hidden with you?
specifically asked for utensils and they didn't give it to me?
This is what really took Prey Zealot's life.
Take that!
But that is the...
No.
The Warbat statue?
Nope. I got this.
Exactly. The Warbat statue has dagger-like feathers protruding from it. That is what really took the victim's life.
Objection!
Objection! You imbecilic fool! The statue is outside the hideout. How do you propose to impale someone who was on the inside? It rotates. How do you get in?
Haven't you heard? The Warbat statue also functions as the hideout's door.
What do you mean?
The statue can pull a complete switcheroo.
Switcheroo?
To put it simply, it's a revolving door. A revolving door? Why, that makes perfect sense. Therefore, I believe the truth behind the divination seance to be this. As the victim entered the secret hideout, the stone sculpture came toppling toward him. He threw up his hands to stop it, but its weight forced him backwards. Unfortunately, the Warbat statue was right behind him.
This cannot be!
That's enough!
But the accused's fingerprints were found on the dagger!
She had held it while rehearsing for the rite, which is when her prints got onto it. This is a shocking turn of events, but there is a great deal of circumstantial evidence in the defense's favor. I believe we must accept that the Warbat statue was what killed the victim. Now that we know how Acolyte Zealot really met his demise, there's no basis for claiming my client committed this crime. Nice work, Nick.
How can this be happening yet again? The divination seance is the only truth. Yes, yes it is.
No, your benevolence. It's not the truth itself, but it is a means of shedding light on the truth.
Especially she does not agree with Sam at all.
It's not that. It's not that. She's just been led. She's been brought up to believe this because this entire thing, like the whole fact that everybody believes it is the end-all, be-all, is been ingrained into their culture since before she was born. What? How did that buzz?
You understand now? Your kingdom needs lawyers so that they can interpret your incidents.
It's basically like a Venezuelan burger of pulled beef with cornbread buns.
I have been misinterpreting the voices of the spirits all this time.
Your benevolence, are you unwell? The color is drained from your face.
I will be fine. Continue proceedings without me.
As you wish.
What?
Poor girl. She's finally...
Girl!
I feel kind of bad for her. Yeah, she's...
I did that. I did that emotion correctly.
Yeah.
I know. That's what kills me. She's been such a
Yeah.
pain in the
And
ass.
now she's
showing the
finally
curve, like,
she's finally
oh.
realizing, oh, I may have done horrible things.
Yeah, it's like I may have sentenced people to death who didn't deserve it.
Yeah. Now then, I would have the defense continue. Please explain what you have learned now that we know how the victim actually died. Acolyte Zealot was killed in the hideout before the High Priest's murder. That means the body found at the Plaza of Devotion was moved there by the real killer. But only after the Warbat statue was thrust into him.
Warbat dagger. He said dagger. Yeah.
To make it look like the murder weapon. That does seem to agree with what we know now. No. But why would the real killer go to such lengths? I believe stabbing Acolyte Zealot's body with the dagger and moving it to the plaza was a warning from the Twilight Realm. A crime committed for fun to make it look like a serial murder.
Third.
Yeah. I mean, the other two ones are just... What?
Yeah.
And they also wouldn't be surprising given this series.
To be honest, the first one they would believe.
They would believe, yes. But it's just... Come on. Is this,
Definitely
is
not
this-
be for fun.
Is this something Phoenix would suggest?
I am a villain for fun.
It was an attempt to make my client look like a serial killer. That's right, the real killer planned all of this. This forged serial murder case. They did? That's it, Nick. Keep hammering away.
Satura! Satura今おまどもさましで足し抜けたれがせよそのか
No.
Your reasoning has more holes in it than that cheese you foreigners so enjoy.
What?
Like those putrid, hole-ridden, riddled clumps of curds that only a rat like you could love. Swiss cheese. Your reasoning, much like your putrid, hole-riddled brain, has putrefied. Oh, great.
What's his deal with things going putrid?
I was about to say, hey, Franziska von Karma wants her sentence structure back. You have yet to overturn my argument that the accused is the killer. A careful analysis of the chain of events up to the killing exposes the truth as follows.
You know, I just realized something.
What?
He's intentionally leading you along
Yes,
to
it's
to
been
force the change that he's been looking for so long.
no. He's been actually. It's been told to us that he can divine how a court case will end, and he likes puppeteering him.
Yeah, I mean, what you just said, that's insinuating that he is a rebel. He was one, but he said that he's let it go. He's not a believer in the cause anymore.
Yeah, I kind of agree with what Josh is saying, though. I think secretly he is still a rebel.
Yeah,
I do.
Actually, wait.
Okay, so he didn't read. You didn't read that.
Hang on. Okay. Just memorizing something. Disguised as Lady Kira, the accused found the rebel hideout the day before the rite. But Acolyte Zelot had followed her there after noticing her suspicious behavior. Caught by surprise, she pushed the stone slab towards him, and we know the rest.
And the rest. I've never been to the rebel hideout in my life. When the high priest arrived at the sanctum the next day, he realized what she had done.
Sorry, folks. I'm kind of munching on food right now.
That is when the accused murdered him in order to spend it. I believe Prosecutor Senmari has posed a compelling scenario. The defense, on the other hand, has yet to disprove the accused's guilt.
Objection!
Why would my client move Acolyte Zealot's body to where everyone could see it? And why would she stab the dagger with her fingerprints into his dead body? She had no reason to do any of those things. The dagger in his corpse was likely a warning to the rebels. Something along the lines of Lady Kira will slay the defiant dragons. So that is why she moved the body to the plaza for all to see. Now he has the judge convinced too? But finally made some headway. Well, Mr. Wright, what about time for one of your groans of distress, is it not?
I mean,
Groan of distress? Kills me to admit this, but I've got nothing to counter his argument. And I still haven't disproven the allegation. Is it not time to end your futile struggle? You were already judged guilty yesterday. That makes you a dead lawyer walking. Accept the death that now awaits you, and in doing so, finally know peace. A dead lawyer walking indeed. Then again, are not all lawyers who practice in Kuro?
you can't see that.
But I must admit, I misspoke earlier. Allow me to amend my statement. I had said the defense's reasoning had a putrid cheeseless. But I now realize the stench was from his own putrid body on the verge of death. Now I'm a rotting zombie. Who could have killed Zealot the day before?
It's fine.
Who knew about the rebel hideout and would gain access to the sanctum? Only those involved in the Wright can enter the sanctum, so... Wait a second. The rebel would have known about this hideout. The only person who was involved with the Wright had access to the sanctum. And with respect to being a rebel is... Did something come to mind? Yes, except there's one huge problem. A huge problem? What are you two going on about? Plotting your escape from this sacred hall? I would not put it past you, considering you have no means to raise further objection. If I don't do something, Prosecutor Senmari will have this one in the bag. I'll just have to bluff my way out of this, regardless of that huge problem. Your Majesty, I believe there is another suspect in Prey Zealot's murder.
Objection!
Even the most benevolent Holy Mother would not forgive such a desperate lie. After all, you know very well that such a person does not exist. No, there is no person who knew everything.
One person, not no person.
Does such a figure truly exist? Tell us, who might that be? I believe the prime suspect in Acolyte Zealot's murder is...
Dirk?
No.
No. It's the high priest himself.
He's the only other person with access to the sanctum.
Yeah. I was only throwing dirt for funsies.
Yeah.
Take that!
It had to be someone allowed to enter the sanctum, and who knew of the hideout. And that would be the high priest. He could have committed the crime if it occurred the day before the rite.
Talk to them!
You would pin the crime upon the dead, knowing very well they tell no tales. Have you no shame? Dead men tell no tales. Is definitely a problem. If only the high priest could tell his side of the story.
Oh shit.
What? Do I have something on my face? Wait a second. Oh no, don't tell me I have some of my breakfast caught between my teeth. No, if there's even the slightest possibility, I'll have to go with it. Your Majesty, dead men do tell tales. Therefore, I would like to request the High Priest's testimony. His testimony? And just how do you propose we get the deceased to testify? There's a way for the dead to testify. It's known as
The channeling technique.
channeling. Summon him here by means of spirit channeling. What did you just say? Spirit channeling? Has this woman finally gone insane? This is sacrilege! May the Holy Mother strike him down! Peace! Thank you, Mr. Wright, for telling me that, for teaching me that. I am frankly astonished that you even know of such a thing. But spirit channeling is a secret art that only Her Eminence Queen Garen can perform. And Her Eminence is far too busy with other duties to perform it at our pleasure. I suspected as much. That means our only hope is... It's okay. You can tell me. Why? I thought you wanted to keep it a secret here in Cologne. Don't worry. It's not like it's against the law or violates some religious precept. So, I don't think we'll be punished. At least I hope not. This is a crucial period for you. It'll decide whether you become Master of Crime. You don't have any other choice, do you? If I'm found guilty, it'll be a lot worse than not becoming Master of Crime. Correct. Alright, thanks, Maya. Actually, there is someone here who is capable of channeling spirits. Satura! But even her benevolence, Princess Wraitha, finds the divination seance to be a challenge. Who could possibly have greater spiritual power than she, aside from the Queen? That would be me. Is this some sort of a joke? Foreigner could not possibly have such power! Even the royal princess is incapable of me. Peace, peace, I say! Is this true? Is the accused capable of performing the secret art of spirit channeling? Well, yes. Yes, I can. Now, Your Majesty, we'd like your permission to begin.
That's enough!
Your benevolence. This is an outrage. An outrage, I say. First, you make a mockery of the divination seance, and now spirit channeling? Her benevolence speaks the truth. Spirit channeling is a sacred art. Foreign devils. I say they should be Still your voices. Barbed head, spirit channeling is a most sacred and secret of arts. Are you prepared to face the consequences of what you propose? Yes, I am. Your benevolence, are you saying you approve of their use of spirit channeling? I will judge whether their claim is true. If this is but another of their lies, they shall be executed on the spot. Very well, then. Your benevolence. What if the accused accidentally calls forth an evil spirit? Do you truly believe this foreigner is capable of channeling spirits? Oh, no, but I wanted to be sure, as I am responsible for the safety of all present. Well, as an inexperienced practitioner could inadvertently call forth a dangerous spirit. But I do not fear, for I have a Magatama of Parting. With it, I can send spirits back to the Twilight Realm by halting the flow of spiritual power. That is a relief indeed. These foreigners have not thrown down the gauntlet. Let us not shirk from their challenge. We must prove them guilty and deliver their last rites. But do I make myself clear, Prosecutor said Maddie? Perfectly, Your Eminence. Very well. The accused may channel the High Priest's spirit. But first, we must take a short recess to prepare. We will resume as soon as the preparations are complete. Until then, this court is adjourned. And we will continue this next time. We are going to take a very brief break, and we will come back with Paper Mario: The 1,000-Year Door.